In southern Alaska, I'm looking for a fish that's big enough to take down a human, and I've just found the most unexpected contender. Chris Knowles was fishing close to shore when a monster-sized halibut that he was trying to bring into the boat nearly dragged him overboard.
Cut the line. Our freezers are...
These giant fish are usually shot in the water
right now. Got the harpoon.
Or killed as soon as they're on deck. Handling a live one is asking for trouble.
It was a small dinghy. And,
Chris was fortunate to escape with his life, but he knows of another fisherman who wasn't so lucky. Joseph Cash hooked a halibut weighing more than 150 pounds. When he hauled it onto the deck, the thrashing beast struck him with such force that it broke one of his legs and ruptured his femoral artery. Fearful of falling overboard, the injured fisherman roped himself to the winch. But by the time he was discovered, he'd bled to death. When I arrived here, I was unsure where to look for a possible killer. Though halibut are marine predators, they do come right inshore, literally to the river mouths. So anyone fishing here runs the risk of encountering one of these monsters. The largest Pacific halibut ever caught was just under 500 pounds. That's nearly 3 times what I weigh. And they're voracious predators. Salmon, squid, seagulls, and even seals have been found in their stomachs. If you're in a small boat and you hook one of these giant flatfish, it's possibly not the halibut that's going to end up as dinner.
I was going to say I can't wait to get a line in the water, but what I've heard about some of these fish, it's one of those moments where you're slightly hesitant about the process as well. Okay, this is a big halibut. This is 120 odd pounds, heavy to lift, heavy to bring in. And having seen this thing thrash on the surface, I can absolutely believe those stories of when they kick off in a boat, damaging people. We tend to think of flatfish as just food for us, but this is absolutely way up the food chain. This is a predator, and if you're in any doubt of that, just look at the size of the mouth and the teeth there. That will just engulf and then clamp down.
Its large tail and powerful musculature give it explosive acceleration. It is undeniably a very odd-looking beast. A sight hunter with 2 eyes on one side of its face is something I've never encountered in fresh water. Though this one seems to have calmed down after coming into the boat, I don't want to push my luck.
Okay. When I came to Alaska, I wanted to find out if there is anything under the water that could be responsible for some of these cases of unexplained human disappearances.
And the answer is an unequivocal yes. There is a very large and powerful fish living around the river mouths and inlets of this remote coastline.
Yeah.
In a fight with one of these, it would be perfectly possible for an unlucky fisherman to be dragged down and lost in the cold coastal waters. At least one fisherman is known to have been killed by a huge halibut, and they have long been treated with respect by native Alaskans. In these hostile waters, storms and boating accidents do take many lives, but hooking one of these monsters could also be surprisingly deadly.
And in fact, having heard all that I have about this fish, I actually consider myself very lucky to have walked away from my encounter unscathed.